Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, August 24th, 2017. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. The anti-trafficking unit within the RSVG police force is appealing to Vincentians to be careful when applying for jobs online. Head of the unit, Superintendent Ruth Jacobs, says some of the job offers online could be dangerous, even resulting in human trafficking. An advertisement which has surfaced on social media from a modeling agency called Kings of Diamonds Promotion Agency has caught the attention of the unit. It is advertising for girls between 18 and 35 to apply for work in various areas such as modeling.
And that agency is asking for girls around 18 years and over to do things like video show, modeling, and other things. And the salary I find is very attractive. And they more or less hiding their identity. There is a young man posting in a nice suit saying that that is the owner of the agency, but we are not sure. And there is also a name to the person, but still we are not sure. So as a result, we are asking persons to be very careful. We put out an advertisement in an effort to sensitize persons, to let them know that they must be careful with whatever application they make, how they accept invitation from these people who are posing from this modeling agency. Because the last thing we want to know that our young persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines become victim of human trafficking through this process of recruitment. So as a result, we publish an article asking persons to be careful.
Superintendent Jacobs said whilst the RSVG police is utilizing various resources to investigate the matter, she called on persons who have made contact with the alleged modeling agency to get in touch with the anti-trafficking unit.
But we are investigating it because we don't know of the origin. You know, persons will put out things and we can't say for sure somebody. There was a communication chat that I saw today that is saying that we are based in Trinidad, but we don't know that for sure. And then there is another one where I saw a chat where the same communication, through the same communication, is saying that they will be in your country by the 31st of August, but which country, we don't know if it's St. Vincent and the Grenadines or where. So what we are doing now, we are using our means, our Interpol means, and other means to verify if this is a fact from Trinidad or wherever it's origin from. So we are investigating, it's on the investigation, and we are asking any person. I spoke to a person this morning who had some form of communication with somebody from the agency. So what we're doing, we're asking persons if anybody if they answer and anybody respond to them, that they must communicate with the anti-trafficking in persons unit so that we can investigate the matter.
Newly selected candidate for the opposition New Democratic Party in East St. George, radio personality Colin the Hitman Graham, has this week been the center of attention in the political circle. The latest debate comes after his girlfriend made a post on social media on Wednesday the 23rd August, accusing him of holistically abusing her. She also alleged that she has police and hospital documents to substantiate her claims. In a Facebook post after the accusation came to light, Graham stated that, quote, "Sometimes we have to use our own personal experiences, as bad as they are, to highlight the bigger issues that not only affect us personally, but also plague the country," unquote. The allegations have been sparking strong disapproval by some members of the public, while others have commended Graham for owning up to his wrong. On radio today at his workplace, Hot 97.1 FM on the AM Mayhem Morning Show, Graham insisted that his girlfriend should not be ridiculed for speaking up and described her action as being brave.
I applaud her for her courage, for coming out and highlighting the issue of domestic abuse and violence. It is an issue that definitely needs to be addressed, and I applaud her for her courage and for taking such a brave and bold step in coming out and addressing the issue. And I want nobody, absolutely nobody, to vilify her, to abuse her on social media, to chastise her, to condemn her. More than anything else, we should lift her up, and we should praise her for coming out and doing what she has done. I'm not here to deny anything or defend anything. We are all human beings, and I am a man, and we all make our mistakes, and we all fall short from time to time when we have our shortcomings. We have both made our apologies to one another on a personal level, but I'll take the opportunity again here now to apologize and to say sorry and to ask her for her continued forgiveness.
Graham said that as he is being considered as the NDP candidate for East St. George, he must show the example and own up to his own flaws, and called on persons who have been abused not to be afraid to speak up.
This clearly is an issue that needed to be highlighted, and it is being highlighted now. And like I say, I am proud of her courage for coming out and doing it, because clearly there are many other instances of domestic abuse and violence against women that continues to fester in our country. And I want persons out there now to use this present situation and this issue now as a way and a means and a platform now to other women out there to come out if you're in this situation and speak out against it. And for persons who are in it, because now I can say that I am in it, I know what it is, I know what it is like, I know the damage and the hurt and the pain it can cause. And like I say, I make no apologies, right? We have to own up to our shortcomings.
Meanwhile, the importance of not only victims but also perpetrators getting help to deal with domestic violence has been highlighted by President of the National Council of Women, Beverly Richards. In a statement issued yesterday condemning the recent acts of domestic violence here, Richards stated that for the scourge to be broken, persons in society must speak up, support, and seek help.
We believe that we must truly seek the principles of faith in God as a real solution to these societal ills. But we must also work together as a society to help victims as well as perpetrators to see the errors of their ways and the trauma it causes. Once again, we sympathize with the families of those who have lost their lives, and we call on the society to speak up, support, and help victims as well as perpetrators as we fight to end the scourge of domestic violence.
A private motion on transportation of school children is expected to be presented in Parliament on Tuesday, August 29th by Government Senator Carlos James. The motion will highlight proposals by the government to provide improved transportation service for school children across the nation. These include the purchasing of 10 25-seater buses, which will be unleased to Vincentian entrepreneurs for operation of school buses. On the order paper also are 22 questions for oral answers. There will also be reports from select committees on 9 bills. Tuesday's session of Parliament will commence at 10 a.m. The Ministry of Agriculture is seeking to utilize new technology to collect the necessary data to better market local agricultural produce. Officers in the Ministry of Agriculture have been receiving training in the use of drone technology, which will boost their capacity in the area of data collection. Speaking in the field earlier this week, Agricultural Officer Winston George, who is attached to the communications unit, said the data captured by the drone can be used by marketers to accurately pinpoint the sector's capacity in providing a particular good.
Let's take, for example, breadfruit. From the survey that we would have done, we could know how much breadfruit trees we have in St. Vincent. We might not know what are the varieties from a drone survey. We can know the varieties by doing the truthing on the ground. And we also could put a factor to say each breadfruit tree probably could produce 100 good breadfruit. And in essence, we could say to our exporters, we have a capacity to provide this amount of breadfruit. They then could tell their export market that this is the amount we have, and then in essence, we could capture a particular market. We have the Argyle International Airport. that provides us with higher airlift and so on, and we could really capitalize on the initiative of the drone and grow the GDP from the agricultural sector.
Law Compliance and Enforcement Officer at the Forestry Department, Bradford Latham, said the drone technology would be useful to his department in its efforts to ensure the safety of farmers and their produce.
Yes, we could utilize the drones or the unmanned vehicles for assessing the bushfires, whereas that is one of the problems we have, especially in the coastal area along the leeward side. This will be able to, you could utilize it for the monitoring of deforestation. We also we could talk about agriculture crop, where persons are doing farmings on slopes that are really too steep, way beyond the 70-degree angle slope. This technology can be able to give us the degree slope and the steepness of the area, so that we can be able to walk along with these farmers as to what is the best technology that they should use in these areas for farming, or no farming should be done within these areas.
Since its inception in 2008, the Police Band Summer Program has been molding the minds of young individuals through the use of musical instruments. On Wednesday, August 23rd, at the program's 9th graduation ceremony, some 133 participants were awarded certificates of participation for mastering various musical instruments. They were also reassured by the facilitators that the program will continue to provide an avenue for expression and development. Nikita Tony tells us more in this report.
133 young individuals were on Wednesday, August 23rd, presented with certificates after completing 4 weeks of music training through the 2017 Police Band Summer Program, highlighting that throughout its 9 years of existence, this year's contingent is the largest the program has ever catered for. Bandmaster of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Band, ASP Daniel Hall, commented on the program's growth over the years.
Children travel from as far north as Oya and Shatiblee in the north. This is an indication of how popular and demanding the program has become. To date, we have trained nearly 800 students.
Expressing gratitude to the members of the Police Force Band for their continued support in ensuring that the participants were all taught a valuable musical skill, Hall went on to advise parents to continue to encourage their children to play an instrument.
We take this opportunity to thank the parents for entrusting your children in our care for the whole month. And once more making a clarion call for you to buy them one. If you can't afford it, these summer programs can lead to employment later on. They can even join the police band or other musical bands.
Delivering the featured address, Superintendent of Police Richard Brown noted that the summer program forms part of the RSVG Police Force holistic approach towards the development of the nation's young minds as they seek to steer them on a positive path away from criminal activities.
Skills gained throughout these last 4 weeks must be nurtured, as some of these young men and women will more than likely mature into outstanding musicians and other cultural icons. Action by you and the parents and guardians not only exemplifies your overall commitment to the development of your children, it also signifies the level of trust and confidence that you have in the men and women of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force.
Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
And the creative abilities of the participants of the West St. George Summer Program were on display Tuesday at the closing ceremony. This was the 14th year the summer program is being hosted, where youngsters are given the opportunity to learn craft and engage in sports and the arts. Coordinator Samuel Holder said that this year they made a conscious effort to incorporate the academic aspects for students to ensure that they were given a bit of a refresher before returning to school. Given an overall assessment of the program, which was held under the theme Camp with a Difference, Samuel said things went fairly satisfactorily and that Miss SVG 2017 took time from her schedule to teach the youngsters language arts.
In the area of mathematics, what we did was to use integrated learning, where we used the video, we used the computer, and we did learning. Students were allowed to participate, but to learn from materials that they would have seen on videos, instead of using chalk and talk. So that was very successful. We had also an area where we paid some attention to language arts. We had a few teachers, including the 2017 Miss SVG, Miss Roberts. She came in for a week and did an aspect in language art, which was very good.
Member of Parliament for West St. George, Cecil Sasmaki, commended the youngsters for their participation and said the program is in an effort to make youngsters more entrepreneurial in the creative field.
We see them driving around the Queen's Drive, Dorsetshire Hill Trail. We see them going up to the lookout point at Belmont, and we also have the spa in the area. So there are a number of tourism attractions in West St. George, and one of the things we are looking to do is to capitalize on persons coming to these various sites, and therefore we paid some attention to the development of craft. And if you look on the table, you would see a number of craft items created by the children from as young as 4 years old right up. And we hope that you will develop on this skill that you have discovered in this year's camp, so that you can go on to make items that can be sold at the various tourism sites throughout the constituency of West St. George.
Some of the young participants expressed their jubilation in being a part of the summer program and shared what they have learned.
I learned in our class, we learned of parts of speech, we learned of composition, nouns and verb, and infinitives.
I learned at the summer camp that how to do sentence, full type of composition.
I like about the program is how they teach us how to dance, how to play table tennis, and that's all. I learned a lot of stuff. I learned how to make flags, and I love this program. It was very good.
The delegation representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the 2017 CariFester, that's Caribbean Festival of Arts, is said to be making quite an impact at the Regional Arts Festival. Marlon Joseph, Hospitality Officer at St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority and a member of the local delegation, says his organization took the opportunity to make a presence at CariFester as the event attracts many from the region, which is one of St. Vincent and the Grenadines' largest tourism market. He says the primary goal of the Tourism Authority is to promote SVG as a tourism destination. So far, according to Joseph, the response to the SVG booth has been fabulous. The private sector is also represented by 12 members of the small business operators. Their participation was coordinated by the Center for Enterprise Development, the CED. The local delegation reportedly gave stunning performances at Country Night. The show featured cultural dance performances as well as soca artists and cultural ambassadors, Rondy Luther McIntosh, Gamal Skinny Fabulous, Doyle, Hans John, Lonnet Fire Empress Ned, Reigning Calypso Monarch, Jamari L. Pank Stapleton, and Samfair Man Zangi Adams. Here are some highlights from that event.
Where you come from? Cause I never seen your face before. But you got my attention when you push it back and next for more. Too many distractions, like you want to take things a different road. So tell me you're leaving.
Of the Caribbean, everybody drop one right now. Say, chop on my dog, now it go. Missing a bad mind.
Great strides continue to be made here in the creative arts sector, and the Artists Creative Association is seeking to mold young artists here. CEO and founder of the Artists Association, Shanique Stewart, said that the aim is not only to develop a career, but also to bring about change in the society.
We have dance, music, drama, visual arts, and we also do arts management and arts education. So yes, we do train individuals to develop in their specific careers, and we also manage them. So the mission of the Artists Association for Young Creatives is to find an alternative career path for young creative talents. We wanted to create some career diversity in the nation. Instead of just doing all the safe jobs, we wanted to, involve the arts, and not just to have individuals prepare themselves for a creative job field, but also to utilize the arts to bring awareness and possible solutions to social issues that affect the world and St. Vincent as a whole.
Stewart said she is also seeking to provide a platform for the association's growing membership, and spoke about an event to be held this Saturday, August 26th, which is fittingly dubbed Color Me Silhouettes of My Passion.
Okay, so the Artists Association was created in 2016, and we moved from 5 members to now 50-some members, which is a great improvement. We have a body of young people. Most of them are from the community college or just stepped out of the community college. So it's a youthful body, a strong body with passion and a new outlook to life and the creative industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our team has already hosted such events as our Free Hugs, which we'll be doing in September the 8th, and also we had events such as the Kids Circus Fair, our public exhibition, art exhibition called Freedom, and we are also going to be hosting this year on Saturday 26th of August, Color Me Silhouettes of My Passion. Now, for those who don't know what that is a visual and performing arts exhibition. So you can expect to see paintings, sculptures, dancing. You can expect every single creative department performing and exhibiting at this exhibition. So you have from the dancers to the musicians, to the actors, to our models.
Saturday's event is guided under an Afro-Caribbean theme and will take place at the Peace Memorial Hall.